Of Gurugram, Noida and Ghaziabad were covered in a thick blanket of smog a day after the air quality in the national capital worsened to the severe plus category, necessitating the need for the activation of stage 4 of the anti-pollution graded response action plan, which is GRAP 4. Some of the areas in Delhi NCR had close to zero visibility. Meanwhile, there is now a war of words that is going on in the national capital over the pollution situation. While the Supreme Court was pulling up the government of Delhi for worsening air quality in the city, Chief Minister Atishi blamed the Bharatiya Janata Party-led central government for not taking any action to stop stubble burning, one of the factors that contributes to air pollution in the national capital. This is becoming a huge problem. In fact, I'm going to go over to the big screen and try and show you what exactly are we talking about here, how bad the situation is and how it is affecting our health. According to a popular article today, if you spend about an hour in this polluted environment, then your capability and your heart's capability to in fact process oxygen and your brain's capability to process oxygen is reducing by a large degree. So this is what the map looks like, a satellite map, which of course some of the farmers have found a way to circumvent when you look at it from the satellite as to where and how much of Parali was burned. And if you can see the thickness of the red dots over here, it in fact is outlining the entire state of Punjab. This is exactly the map of Punjab, and this is also the shade. That means in every corner of Punjab there was Parali burning. And according to Atishi, she just spoke yesterday that the share of Parali burning contributed by Punjab has come down by 25%. Well, not according to these satellite pictures, it has not. And of course, there is Parali burning in other parts of the country as well. But because of the weather situation and lack of winds and of course fog, which naturally occurs during the winter months, this problem becomes even worse. On 19 November 2023, this is how it looked. And in 2024, there is perhaps a marginal decline, but it is not enough to be called a big step, or rather a big move in combating the menace of pollution in the capital city. According to Mr. Shashi Tharoor, Congress leader, Delhi should not be the capital of the country because it does not deserve to be the capital because of unlivable conditions. Okay, 18th November 2024, this was a day prior to the data that we showed you of the satellites in Parali burning scenarios across the country, Punjab and of course some parts of Haryana too contributing to a large extent. And this is obviously taking a big toll not only on the health of people and students, but of course education has also been shut down in most parts of Delhi NCR. Earlier, 10th and 12th and 11th students were in fact asked to come to school, but according to another petition which was filed in the Supreme Court of course observed that are the lungs of these students any different from the students who are junior or younger to them. Last 7 days, this is what this menace has looked like. The farmers, of course, going about burning this Parali, this stubble, unabated, unstopped, unfettered, and not giving a damn about people's life, not giving a damn about the law. The political parties are, of course, busy throwing stones at each other. One party is blaming the other, but the fact of the matter is that even international platforms today like CNN and BBC have all highlighted the dire humanitarian crisis when it comes to health in Delhi as a result of this Parali burning. And this is obviously something which has been sourced from NASA, from the Fire Information for Rescue Management System, which is accurate to the T. My colleague Arzu is joining us at this point in time to give us more details as to what's going on. Arzu, there is a political slugfest going on between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. But the fact of the matter is that, the government of the day in Delhi should have initiated the GRAP 4 days before they initiated it, knowing well that this is something which was imminent, knowing well that this was eventual. Why did they delay it so much, and what is their plan to combat this? Are we going to get into this rigmarole every year, or is there a permanent plan that the Aam Aadmi Party is working on?
It has been implemented, but if we talk about Supreme Court also reprimanded the government for not implementing it before. When we asked this question to Environment Minister, he told us that there is a criteria under which GRAP stages are being implemented, and only after the AQI being measured, and after that only the GRAP stages are being implemented. So after the AQI reached to the severe category, then only a decision to implement the GRAP stage has been taken. So this is what the response of the Delhi government. But if we see, amid the war of words, it is a public that is suffering from such toxic air in the national capital. There has been a lot of plans that are being prepared, but on ground we see every year same problem, and it's an afternoon, and still you can see behind me there is a haziness. There is no clearance of environment, no visibility, and due to which several things are being impacted. And also, as far as the pollution is concerned, it is not seems to be improving in the coming days also, because in the coming days also the temperature is going down, and we will see, there will be a thick layer of fog also along with the pollution. So two challenges that the Delhi people are going to face in the coming days also. Yes, Vinay.
Brian, my colleague, is also joining us on the broadcast. Brian, I could have in fact put out a conversation from exactly a year ago, and it would have fit the bill of the situation we are in right now. And we could have also used a conversation that we perhaps had 3 years ago or 4 years ago. The problem still remains. We are still dealing with a menace which is curtailing the health of anybody who's living in North India by 5 to 7 years. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party has made a request to the centre for artificial rain. How exactly is the centre supposed to carry that out? And if it is really a solution that a country like India can carry out, then why not, use this solution in drought-affected areas?
Very rightly said, Vineet, you said a term that is menace. And definitely it's a menace here. The air quality is going in not just severe category, but severe plus category. So definitely, Vineet, you can understand the gravitas of the situation, how alarming it is becoming. And yes, every day the Aam Aadmi Party, Gopal Rai, is having a press conference, but do we see a solution? The answer is a clear and cut no. There have been GRAP 4 that has been implemented in the national capital, but do we see it being followed? Again, no. When we are on ground, we are reporting, we are seeing BS3, BS4 vehicles also, the petrol and diesel vehicles are still going, but there is no action as such. Yes, even though the environment minister has written a letter to the central government asking for an artificial rain, but will it be a feasible thing again in this very situation? Because in the last year also again the similar situation happened, but again there was no solution as of that. I even had I did a ground report also from Gurugram earlier, where we showed that there was one society that was doing artificial rain in terms of pipes and sprinklers that was installed, and even today also I went to Dwarka and I did a ground report from the fact that the LG yesterday has introduced Delhi's first, anti-smog sprinkler. So these steps should be done more, rather, I would say, because, even though it'll be very interesting to say whether these things will be a feasible thing in the national capital, will it be a successful initiative or not? But again, there needs to be more than just speaking about it. But when we are seeing on ground also, when there's elderly, the children, the schools have been halted, has been shifted from offline to online mode because of the high-end pollution, you can actually understand the gravitas of the situation. Flights, there have been more than 65 flights today that have been delayed, that have been cancelled, that have been disrupted because of this smog. And not just flight, Vinny, the trains also, around 22 trains today have been delayed. That the delay time is about 15 minutes in Indian Railways, and in flights you talk about 20 minutes delay. A person like me, a person like you, we use flights to be on time. But when we see there's a delay, what do? We do nothing and just think about the fact how alarming this situation is going to be. Yesterday was a menace, and today I can still say the situation is slightly better, but is it going to be better again? The answer is a clear and cut no. There needs to be done more. There needs to be a more concrete step that should be taken by the Delhi government of the fact that the rise in pollution is happening. The Supreme Court is bashing it, but again, do we see an answer happening? The answer is a clear and cut no. Vineet.
All right. Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai has written to the centre seeking Prime Minister Modi's intervention for artificial rain in the national capital in an effort to combat the worsening air pollution levels in the city. Let's listen in.
मीटिंग में भी कहा था और उस मीटिंग के बाद केंद्रीय कृषि मंत्री जी ने बोला था कि हम इस पे सकारात्मक विचार करेंगे। लेकिन आर्टिफिशियल रेन आज अब इमरजेंसी जरूरत दिल्ली की बन चुकी है। दिल्ली के ऊपर जो स्मॉग की चादर है, हम दो लेवल पे प्रयास कर रहे हैं। एक, जो सोर्सेज हैं उनको कैसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा रिड्यूस किया जाए, उसके लिए तमाम तरह के ग्रेप 4 की कार्रवाइयों पे हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। दूसरा, हम चाहते हैं कि इस पर इमरजेंसी मीटिंग केंद्र सरकार बुलाए। आज पूरे उत्तर भारत में इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन पैदा हो चुकी है और जो स्मॉग की चादर है इसे तोड़ने के लिए क्लाउड सीडिंग को अलाउ किया जाए। हमने उस मीटिंग
Arzu, my colleague, still with us. Arzu, how is this a feasible solution? And if it is, why hasn't anybody ever done it before? Why only on pollution? You know, rain can wash away a number of problems, including droughts and other climate conditions. Why should the center only use this faculty, when Gopal Rai talks about it?
Well, Vineet, when we say, the rainfall is very important and plays a very important role when we talk about removing the smog around the environment, because we have seen earlier also when there is a rainfall, there is an improvement in the pollution level also. But now Gopal Rai is saying that, there is a need of artificial rain in the national capital. Earlier also when we have interacted with him, he told that he is trying to connect with central government, but now also he has written a letter to Union Environment Minister calling for an emergency meeting, and also urges the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to intervene and ask the minister to call an emergency meeting. And he wants this emergency meeting to get a clearance of the artificial rain in the national capital. But we see he also told us there has been a lot of letters that he has wrote till August to November till date, and he said that he had got no reply from the central government, no reply from the union minister. As far as we see a political war of words, BJP one side distributing masks to the people and saying that this situation of the national capital is just because of the Aam Aadmi Party, as they have done nothing and have made a gas chamber in the national capital. On the other side, we are seeing that the Gopal Rai, attacking the Bharatiya Janata Party and saying that they should stop doing drama. And, if they are distributing the masks, should call their union minister Bhupendra Yadav also, because he is doing nothing, so that he can come and at least distribute face masks. So there has been a war of words. BJP claiming that the Aam Aadmi Party has done nothing. Aam Aadmi Party is saying that the Bharatiya Janata Party ruling government, whether we talk about in the center or in the state of Rajasthan, MP, UP, Haryana, there has been a cases of stubble burning, but no step is being taken, and they are just blaming the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital. But if we see, there has been a cases of stubble burning in Punjab, in Haryana, in Uttar Pradesh, and amid all these war of words,
All
it
right.
is the public of the national capital.
Arzu,
that-
we'll keep coming back to you. Of course, this is an ongoing menace that we have to talk about. Well, a day before polling for Maharashtra Assembly